Hello students, today we are going to study factors controlling geometric design. Now, geometric design is influenced by a number of factors such as road user characteristic, vehicle characteristic, topography, functional classification of roads, traffic volume and composition, design speed, environmental considerations, safety requirement, economy in construction and maintenance, operations of vehicles. Now, safety, environmental needs, and economy are built into various elements of design. We are going to discuss the remaining factors in detail, starting with the road user characteristic. A driver takes a certain amount of time to respond to a particular traffic situation. This can be called as reaction time. The action of applying brake on seeing a vehicle or obstruction on the road is not an instantaneous phenomena, but it is a time consuming phenomena based on the psychological process involved. We call these processes as perception, intellection, emotion and volition, that is PEEV theory, which is shown in this figure. Now, perception time is the time required for transmission of the sensations received through eyes, ears, and body to the brain and the spinal cord by the nervous system. After perception, intellection occurs. It means that after perception, intellection occurs, which is shown here. That is the formation of new thoughts and ideas. Recalling old memories of similar occasion linked with these two stages is emotion based on the situation like fear or anger. This has vital influence on the final message or decision sent by the brain, which is shown here, to the muscles. This actual act of taking a decision to produce action is done through volition time, which is indicated by V here. This total time required for PEEV, that is from the instant the object comes in the line of sight of the driver to the instant he arrives at a decision to slow down or to overtake under normal circumstances is called reaction time. This could vary from 0.5 seconds for simple to 3 to 4 seconds for complex situation. The reaction time is affected by the condition of the driver, that is fatigue, disease, alcohol consumption, etc. His habit, skill, judgment and environmental conditions like climate, season, weather, time of day, altitude and light. Pedestrian characteristic that influences the design of pedestrian facilities are speed and spaces occupied. A speed of 1.2 meter per second is commonly taken for design. In this way, we can perceive an object which is shown as obstruction and we can send the message to the brain, and after proper intellection and emotion we can finally implement the final decision as volition, that is the PEEV time or PEEV theory. Now we can move to the next characteristic, that is vehicle characteristic. Now the width of vehicle determines the pavement lane width. It means that the width of vehicle generally determines the lane width of the pavement. Okay, if the width of the vehicle is 2.44 meter, then the pavement width should be more than 2.44 meters so that vehicle can easily move in that lane. The length of vehicle along with its wheelbase governs the turning path. It means that if the length of vehicle is very large, then we have to keep the radius of the curve very large so that vehicle can take the turn easily, otherwise vehicle cannot take the turn along that horizontal curve. The height of a vehicle affects the vertical clearance. The weight and axle configuration of a vehicle are vital inputs for structural design of pavement. Now, we have to consider the height of vehicle because it will affect the height of the bridges, cables, etc. as well as the weight of the vehicle generally governs the structural design of pavement, that is the thickness of the pavement as well as the material used in that pavement. The maximum dimensions are laid down in the Motor Vehicle Act and by the Indian Road Congress, that is IRC 073-1980 as well as IRC 52-1981. That are the two Indian Road Congress. Now we have the width, length and height of various types of vehicle as per the Indian Road Congress, which is shown in this table. That is, for width of motor vehicle other than transport vehicle, it means that all the vehicles other than transport vehicle, its width is generally 2.44 meter as per IRC. We generally kept this width as 2.5 meter. Now for transport vehicle, the width will be generally kept as 2.7 meter. Now for length, motor vehicles other than transport having not more than 2 axles. It means that the vehicles other than transport vehicles and having axles less than 2 axle or equal to 2 axle, their length is generally equals to 9.5 meter. Transport vehicles with rigid frame with 2 or more axles is having length 11.25 meter as per IRC, that is Indian Road Congress. Articulated vehicle with more than 2 axles, its length is generally 16 meter, and for truck, trailer or tractor trailer combination, the length is generally 18 meter. Now the height as per Indian Road Congress for double decker bus is generally 4.75 meter. Others for normal application it will be 3.8 meter, and others for carrying ISO containers that will be equals to 4.2 meter. That is the width, length, height as per the Indian Road Congress. Since there is a large variation in the dimension of different types of vehicle that uses a road, it is necessary to specify certain design vehicles. A design vehicle is one whose dimension and weight are adopted for determining the elements of a highway design. It means that we have to design a certain vehicle whose dimensions and weight are constant throughout the every part of country. Now the next is the functional classification of roads. In India, non-urban roads are classified into following functional classes. First one is expressway, next one is national highway, other one is state highway, next one is major district road, other district road, and last one is village roads. Now, what are expressways? These are superior types facilities generally with a divided carriageway, great separations at crossroads and fencing, and they permit only fast vehicle. It means that in expressway there will be every type of facility provided in that expressway, as well as they permit only fast moving vehicles so that we can cover the distance between two points that are far apart in a very short duration of time. Okay, so this is the advantage of expressway. Now the next is the national highway. These are main highways running through the length and width of the country, connecting major ports, foreign highways, and capitals of state or union territories, and large industrial and tourist center. It means that they are the main highways which are running through the length and width of the country, and they are connecting all major important cities, capitals of states, etc., as well as including roads required for strategic movements for the defense of the country. That type of highways are known as national highways. Now the next one is state highway. These are arterial roads of a state linking district headquarters and important cities within the state and connecting them with national highway and highways of the neighboring state. It means that these roads are generally used for connecting district headquarters and other important cities with the national highway and highways of the neighboring states. Now the next one is major district road, that is MDR. These are important roads within a district serving areas of production and markets and connecting these with each other or with the main highway. It means that they are generally inside the districts and they are generally used for connecting the production areas as well as market with the main highways. Now the next one is other district road, that is ODR. These are roads serving rural areas of production and providing them with outlet to market centers, taluka, tehsil headquarters, block development headquarters or other main road. It means that these roads are generally used for connecting the production with the various markets in the particular tehsil headquarters or block development headquarter or connecting with the main roads. Now the next one is the village road. These roads are used for the connection between villages or group of villages with each other and to the nearest road of a higher category. It means that these roads are generally used for connecting villages with each other as well as villages with the other higher category road, that is with major district road or with other district road or with any other highways. Now the next one is urban streets are classified as follows, that is expressways, arterial streets, sub-arterial streets, collector streets and local street. Now we will see one by one each and every type of streets in detail, starting with the expressways. These are divided arterial highways with full or partial control of access and provided generally with great separation at intersections. These are high speed, high volume facilities. It means that expressway is generally used for high speed moving vehicles as well as for containing the maximum flow of the vehicle. Now the next is the arterial streets. These form the principal network for through traffic in a city, generally spaced at about 1.5 km in highly developed areas and around 8 km in sparsely developed fringes. These are generally divided facilities with fully or partially controlled access. It means that in arterial street there will be fully or partially controlled access. Now the next is the sub-arterial streets. These are streets of lower order of mobility than arterial streets and are spaced at 0.5 km in highly developed areas and 3 to 5 km in urban fringes. It means that they are spaced at 0.5 km in highly developed areas, whereas they are spaced at 3 to 5 km in urban fringes. Now the next is the collector street. These are intended for collecting and distributing traffic to and from local streets and feeding the arterial street. It means that collector streets are generally used for collecting and distributing the traffic from the local streets as well as for the feeding of the arterial streets. Now the next one is the local streets. These are primarily intended for access to residence, business or abutting properties. So they are generally used for the access to residence, business or any other property. Now the next parameter is the topography. The topography of the land through which the road passes, also known as terrain, which controls the geometric design. It means that the topography of a particular land, that is the terrain classification, generally controls the geometric design, that is the radius of the horizontal curve as well as the vertical curve, the gradient, the cross slopes, they all are controlled by the terrain classification. Now the following terrain types are identified as controls for design in India. The various types of terrain and their cross slope in percentage is shown in this table, that is for plain terrain the percentage cross slope of country is 0 to 10%. For rolling terrain, 10 to 25%. For mountainous terrain, 25 to 60%. And for steep terrain, it is generally greater than 60%. That is the cross slope in percentage. If cross slope is large, increase in radius of curvature of road will lead to increase in construction cost. Hence, design speed is reduced so that radius of curve reduces, leading in reduction in the cost of construction. It means that to reduce the cost of construction, we have to restrict the design speed so that radius of curve also reduces. Now the next parameter is the design speed. The maximum speed at which vehicles can continuously travel safely under favorable condition is known as the design speed. It means that the maximum speed at which a vehicle can travel safely under the favorable condition, then that speed is known as design speed. It may also be defined as the maximum approximate speed that will be adopted by the most drivers. Choice of design speed has to be made carefully so as to match the terrain condition and also to be acceptable to the most road users. It is the basic parameters which determines all other geometric design feature. It means that depending on the design speed, we have to provide the super elevation as well as the stopping side distance as well as the overtaking side distance. So they all depends on the design speed as well as the radius of the curve, that is horizontal curve as well as vertical curve, will only depends on the design speed. Design speeds in India for rural highways can be determined from this table. Here, design speed in kilometer per hour is written for plain terrain, rolling terrain, mountainous terrain and steep terrain, and in the first column, road classification is written. Now for national highway and state highway, in the case of plain terrain, ruling design speed is equals to 100 km per hour and minimum design speed is equals to 80 km per hour. Similarly, we can determine the ruling design speed and minimum design speed for rolling terrain, which is taken from this column, for mountainous terrain from this column, and for steep terrain from this column. Similarly, we can determine all these values for major district roads, other district roads as well as the village roads. Normally, ruling design speed should be the guiding criteria for correlating the various geometric design features. Now, minimum design speed may however be adopted in sections where site conditions including cost do not permit a design based on the ruling design speed. So, the design speed should preferably be uniform along a given highway. But variations in terrain may make changes in speed unavoidable. Whereas this is so, it is desirable that design speed should not be changed abruptly but in gradual manner. It means that we have to keep the design speed constant, but if we are not able to keep the design speed constant, then we have to change the design speed gradually, not abruptly, by introducing successive sections of increasing or decreasing design speed so that the road user get conditioned to the change by the degrees. For limited access facilities like expressway, a higher value is desirable, that is 120 km per hour is commonly adopted. Now, for urban streets, the design speed adopted in India is shown in this table, that is the design speed in India for urban roads. Now here classification of road is written and in the next column speed in kilometer per hour is written. Now for arterial road the speed is 80 km per hour, for sub-arterial road the speed is 60 km per hour, for collector road the design speed is 50 km per hour and for local road the design speed is 30 km per hour. That is all about the factors controlling geometric design. Thank you very much, students.